Hey there folks, my name is Sadai. Thank you for clicking on my video, really appreciate it. You've clicked on a Pokemon Go video. It's been a few months since I've done a Pokemon Go video because it's been a few months since I've traveled. Believe it or not, a Pokemon Go video is my most watched video on my channel. It's a video about how I can't play Pokemon Go where I live, which is Beijing, China. So I only get to play when I travel. And recently I was on spring break and I went to Thailand and I got to play some Pokemon Go. So what I like to do after that is I come in and I sort and I release and I categorize and I spin some Stardust. So Stardust is a hot commodity for me. I don't get a lot of it being in a country where I can't play. So I have 750,000 of Stardust, which is a lot for me. And we're gonna be powering up some Pokemon at the end of this video. You can see failed to detect location at the top. That's my calling card almost. It's just on every time I open this app. So Charizard's hanging out with me today. I got the Mimikyu stuff because I did the April event. So yeah, it's all good stuff. So I had a great time. I have a great time playing Pokemon Go. I didn't play a lot actually. I might have a video up on the side where I was in Thailand. There wasn't a lot around me. And I wasn't really in a place where I walked around a whole lot. So I actually didn't catch a ton of Pokemon. I mean, we're gonna be sorting for a while. So if you're into this, if you like my Pokemon Go content, we got some Pokemon that we're gonna sort through. Okay, so here we go. A couple of Pokemon I've gotten since coming back. So Smoochum here was, this is what I do. It's just gonna be going one by one, guys. So, you know, there's the doors right there. You don't have to hang out with me if you don't want to. I would love it if you stick around. Please do, but you don't have to. So Smoochum here, I don't think Smoochum is replacing anything that I have already, like G97. So if you don't know what the naming convention here is, I'll explain it to you. So I appraise, I screenshot, I use an app called Pokegenie. It looks at its IVs. Here it comes. So in the G tier, the Great Tier Battle League, this Smoochum, if I evolve into a Jinx, would be the 75th percentile of all Jinx in the Great League. And it would cost me 5,000 Stardust and so on. So based on its IVs, it's in the 75th percentile if I were to evolve it and power it up to that level. Ultra League, it's only in the 57th percentile. It can't be in Little Cup. And as a Smoochum, you can't really power up this Smoochum to 1500. It's in the 97th percentile, but I already have a better one. So we're gonna release it. And this is what I do. We're just gonna go through and we're gonna maybe replace some Pokemon. See, like this Fido, if I have the one there after the 97 is for Darkspun. If I evolve it into Darkspun, it's in the 97th percentile, and I only have an 87th percentile over on the side there. So this guy is better. So we're gonna screenshot him. We're gonna label him with Bite and Body Slam. It doesn't look like Darkspun actually gets to 2,500, but it's okay. It's about baby steps. We're getting slightly better. All right, so since that replaces this guy, who's in the 87th percentile, I can see if he's better in the G tier. No, he's too strong. He's too strong to be in the G tier, so if I evolve him, he's above 1,500, so can't keep him, just transfer him. Okay, and then, so what happened on this trip is I finally got to, like, I don't know what the term is, like forever friends with some of my people. Some of my people on my list, they're wonderful. They interact with me every day, even though I can't reciprocate. They send me gifts. And that's how I play the game. If you watch my, how I play in Beijing. But I finally got some forever friends, and that means I was able to do some long distance trades. So some of these lucky Pokemon that I have are from long distance trades, and I got some new guys, which is a lot of fun for me. 1724, 278. 1724, 278. So this Guzzlord is 98% overall, which is kind of awesome. And what did he have? Dragon Tail, Dragon Claw. I would have assumed it would be an A tier moveset. But we're not gonna put him in the U tier. We're gonna go max. So that just means we'll max him out someday. Because he's in the 98th percentile, which is great. He's already favorited, so I'll tag him as M tier. Because if I powered him up, oh, I don't have enough candy. So I can't even pretend. All right, Scatterbug. Scatterbug is what I see the most of because I hatch a lot of eggs and gifts, right? Gifts are I catch a Scatterbug every day, basically. So we have a 76% modern, and so far I'm keeping one of each kind, but I already have an 84% modern, so this new one is not replacing it. I end up releasing a ton of these before I ever get to the recording because, like I said, I catch one almost every day, and it's been months since I last recorded. 86% polar here for a 67% polar. That's a no. Oh, he was an XXL. See you. Okay, so I did have a 98% archipelago, which is pretty high, 98%, even though Vivian isn't viable in the U tier at all. When it's that high of IVs, I feel bad releasing it, so he will stay. Tackle, Struggle, Archipelago. It's the third best Vivian in the U tier. Number 3 there, you see that? 99th percentile. Don't remember what its moves were, we're just gonna say it's Tackle, Struggle. And we're gonna tag him in the U tier. Again, not viable, but it is what it is. We got a shiny Plains. I already have a shiny Plains. I have 2 shiny Plains. I have a Plains here and I have a Plains here, and this guy's even lower tiered. So what we're gonna do is he's gonna stay in the trade, the remote trade category. Modern U2, U tier Vivian. The 2 is for stage 2, so if I evolve it all the way. Do I have a 100% modern? Modern's the one I get the most of. Most of my friend list is in the US. I've never gotten, I do have a 100% modern. So this is like just transfer fodder, right? I might, it's like one day, no, sorry. One day I will transfer Pokemon to Pokemon Home, someday. Today is not that day. Okay, so we got a 100%, or sorry, we got 85% Marine. Marine is not very common for me. It's gonna replace that 65% right there, so that's fun. Tackle, Struggle, that's a big upgrade. 20 percentile higher. Tackle, Struggle. L0 is wrong. G1, please, or G2. I'm gonna tag you as G tier. And we're gonna let you go. Okay, we have Plains. We have a 86 percentile Plains. Again, that's pretty high for these Scatterbug. Since Scatterbugs are like from events, you get a limited, I have an 84%, that's slightly better. You get a limited IV spread on Scatterbugs, so their percentiles aren't as varied as Pokemon you catch in the wild, making it really hard to get high percentile Vivians. I wish you could catch them in the wild, because that's where we would get, you know, a 99th percentile, 98th percentile, but it's not how it works. So this is from 2025. He's over a year old. Bye-bye. And then I thought I saw a high polar, 100% polar. I think I already have one of those. 100% polar. Yeah, I have one here. Okay, so he will just go in a transfer. Yep. Okay, so moving on from the scatters. We have shiny Chinchou. So I went almost, the electric event was happening, so there were a lot of like Palmies, Pikachus, Dedenes, Chinchous, and I think they all had boosted shiny rates. And it was the last day of my trip when I started catching shinies. Spark Water Pulse. So he's not like huge percentile, but he's a shiny, and he's my first, so we'll keep it. We'll eventually evolve him into a shiny Lantern. Lillipup here. Lillipup. G1. I already have a 99th percentile G1, so I don't know why I held on to this guy. So L0 is Little Cup Lillipup, Little Cup. Oh, I don't have any. Oh, here we go. Little Cup Herdier, Little Cup Stoutland, G tier Herdier, G tier Stoutland, U tier Stoutland, and a maxed out. So this little guy can't be better than any of those. All right, bunch of Dedennes. It's so unexciting to like be catching Dedennes, but I was able to, I think I'm upgrading all my Dedennes. That's a lie. Okay, I have an L0, 98 percentile. Okay, I got a ton of G0s though. Look at these L0s, they're like, oh, that's what I was confused about. I saw the costume one and thought the ones I caught were better, but they're not. So G0 is replaced because I have the 19th best possible Dedenne in the G tier. Tackle, play rough. Based on its IVs, it's the 19th best. 99th percentile. Has a fairy move. Tag, G tier. And honestly, it hurts to get rid of these other G tier ones. We have the shiny, obviously. Let me tag him as an L tier. Caught him on the last day. I think I got him at the airport. I like the shiny. I'm back. Sorry about that. Apparently shiny Dedenne crashes the app, but I like the shiny. I think it's a really cool shiny. It reminds me of Alolan Raichu shiny. And it hurts. It hurts to get rid of these 99 percentiles, but there's really no reason to hold on to them. I only need one good Dedenne, you know? Dedenne, in my opinion, isn't worth the box space for holding on to them sentimentally. All right, Palmy. Caught a ton of Palmy, and was surprised I didn't get any, like, amazing Palmy. I felt like I was a little underwhelmed. So what I'm seeing here, I see a really good G2. It's the 3rd best G tier Palmot and the 6th best Palmo. So those are pretty amazing, actually. And they definitely replace the ones I already have. G2 here, and then oh, it might not replace the G1. I wonder what this one ranks. Thundershock, Wild Charge. I actually think I evolved this guy recently because I thought there was no way I'd get a better one. And maybe I did. He's the 12th best Palmo. Ooh, that kind of hurts. As a Palma, he's no good. So we might not actually keep him after all. You need 100 candy to evolve and to adventure together. Ugh. Palmot is such an underwhelming Pokemon. I like Palmy, I like Palmo. Palmot is just boring. He's such a boring design. Spark Thunderbolt. This guy definitely replaces the one I already have. Spark T-Bolt. That's a bad moveset? Okay. Tag L tier. That replaces this guy who's in the 93rd percentile. I think that's my worst one, so he can't be better than anybody. Actually, what I could do... Oh, I'm cooking. Hold on. This is why we don't rush this. You, instead of being a G1, 96 percentile, I'm going to call you U2 for a moment. What are your moves? Thundershock, Wild Charge. Apparently very good moveset. Thundershock, Wild Charge, U2, but you're not actually going to be a U2. So let's get rid of your rank. Let's get rid of your percentile, and we're going to call you Max. So you're M tier, because now that's slightly better than this 93 percentile that I had. This new one's at a much lower level, so he's going to need a lot of powering. This is why I call Pokemon Go a lifestyle game, because the way that I play it, it's gonna take me the rest of my life to power up these Pokemon. And actually, I've been thinking a that just feels so much better. Charge Beam, Thunderbolt, and that's a really bad moveset, shockingly. The characters for electricity are not working in my app. I don't know what they did. They updated it, and now the Chinese keyboard that I use for movesets, some of the characters are no longer registering, which is annoying. It frustrates me because that's one of the big aspects and features of this for me. Anyways, tag G tier. He's such a low level. He's like level 1. Okay, where's the other G? Oh, I replaced the G1 already. All right, we have to do a check because there's just so many here. It's hard to keep track. L0, L1, L2, G1, G2. I have multiple G2s. You're my new G2. Okay, U2 max. So these two G2s are replaced. Transfer. Okay, that feels right. So most 3-stage Pokemon, I have 7 of them. L0, L1, L2, G1, G2, U2, max. Those are usually the ones that are viable. If there's a shiny, or if like U1 can potentially be powered up to 2500, like a Rhydon. And sometimes an L0 or a G0 can exist. So maybe we get up to 9 or 10, but that's kind of rare. New Geodude kind of makes me excited because Alolan Geodude really only comes from eggs, so that's that limited IV spread, which severely limits the diversity of its IVs. So when I see one in the wild, I get really excited. I mean, as excited as I can get, I guess, because this U2 is slightly better than the one I already had. This G0 and this L0, let's look at those. So L085, L087 is slightly better. G0 is not better. Actually, it is the second best, so it probably is better. Which means I already have a max, so he's kinda useless now, isn't he? Unless he's the first best, which I doubt, but we should check. Geodude, hold on. 733. 733. He is not the first, he is the 10th best, so that means, I guess I should check, like I just said, could Graveler? No, Graveler's not strong enough to be U tier, so bye-bye. So this was very incremental improvements. Oh, and to get this thing to U2 is gonna take forever. Volt Switch Rock Tomb. And honestly, it's not high enough percentile for me to actually invest in. I typically get comfortable investing in them when they're around the 98th percentile. So a lot of these probably won't ever get the investment. Volt Switch Thunderbolt. Again, don't need to do this because it's electric and electric. Oh, never mind. It's showing up on the keyboard, but it's not showing up in the app, which is frustrating. Rock Throw, Rock Tomb. Number 2. Rock Throw, Rock Tomb. Rock is showing up on the keyboard, or in the app though. There was a minute where all the characters, like all the special characters weren't showing up in the app, and I panicked. Because I couldn't see their tiers, I couldn't see their stages, I couldn't see their movesets. I was about to rage and potentially like throw, not like throw the app, but like, and I wasn't like honestly gonna quit or anything, but I was very upset. So if I try to evolve you, you are under 500, are you better than 17%? You gotta be. Why are you doing this to me? Enter CP, 280. 280 CP as a little cup golem. you're pretty good, man. 82 percentile. That is far better than the one we previously have. So we're changing you out of U tier and changing you to little cup. Because that is way better than the 17 percentile, which was kind of what my worst one on record. I changed one more L0, right? L0 here. Can you be a better L1? No, you're too strong. That's too bad. Okay, I don't think there's anything I can do with it then. 85. No, everything else is above 85. L0, L1, L2, G1. G2 is already evolved. U2, G0, max. So there's nothing else for this little guy. Just a transfer. Too many Geodudes. Like 3-stage with a regional variant, there's just too many. It's too many of them. All right, Machop. He wants to be a G1 Machoke. I already have a 14th best G1 Machoke, so that's probably not gonna happen. Could you be a better G2? Almost everything else is 99th percentile, so G2 is really your only hope, little guy. Rock Smash, Crotch Chop. G2. It's gotta be decent, right? Rock Smash, Cross Chop, G2. Ooh, not better. Not better. Too bad. Sorry, guy. Sometimes with the attack stat, when you evolve them or when you power them up, that attack IV seems to contribute to CP more. And because of that attack stat, sometimes it really lowers the percentile because powering it up one more time maybe will close that, will get you over the CP max. It's a complicated equation that Pokegenie uses, and I don't understand it, and I don't pretend to. Well, I kind of understand it. I just don't know the equation, I guess. It makes sense to me, but Tepig here is in a... None of these are like amazing, but this 97's my best now. G2, Ember Flame Charge. Tepig's so cute. I think it's one of the cutest basics, but as they do, when that thing evolves, he just loses a lot of his appeal because they make him stand up. Let him stay quadrupedal, man. Unfortunately, I am having a little bit of an internet issue, but I'll cut out most of the silence when we're waiting for the internet to work. Okay, L0, we have a 95%, so I doubt he's gonna be better. He can't be L1, he can't be L2. Technically could be a better G1 or U2. Do I have a G2? Oh, it's the one I just did. So G1 or U2. Yes, I think of Bono every time I say G1 and U2. G1's 92, U2's 83, so 325. What are you? As a G1. 295, so you are better. Okay, actually let's click the buttons there. Ember, Body Slam. So I started having them include the rank in the naming convention because so many of them are tied as a percentile that to actually see their rank out of like 4,000 possible combinations, you know, some of them are close. So I have to actually see their rank out of 4,000 to make the decision. Okay, got a really strong IV to Chestnut, 96 overall IVs, which will replace the one before it. Vine Whip, so this is like mega Chestnut contender someday. So max. If I ever get to that stage. So I've been thinking about switching up my methodology a little bit. I'm a very systematic thinker. I am all about logistics and systems and spreadsheets and all that stuff. So when we get to powering up Pokemon later, I've just gone through the decks, like started Gen 1, starting with Bulbasaur, Venusaur, power them up. But the problem is, I power up a Pokemon and then I catch something that's slightly better. So I'm thinking I might need to change up how I do that. I caught first Mimikyu. Mimikyu released while I was on vacation, which was great. I did not get any amazing Mimikyus, unfortunately. It looks like my best L0 is here. G085 and U. I can't tag them. Okay, I wish I could favorite them all. The other one, so it's nothing crazy. Like the U0 looks really good. It's 99th percentile, 5th best, but Mimikyu just doesn't quite hit 2500 CP when he's maxed out. But it was nice getting to see these guys in the wild. And I'm actually really curious what their best moveset is, because they're like you get Hex or Shadow Claw. And I saw a lot. Okay, so this is good. Shadow Claw Play Rough is good. Shadow Sneak is not. Thunder's okay. What about like Hex Play Rough then? Oh, they say it's not as good. Well, I like to have a good moveset, so we're happy with that. The G0 was 85%, I think. I had to switch recording locations. The internet in my little cave, my recording cave, is kind of a void of Wi-Fi signal. And this video will take me 5.5 hours to record if it keeps cutting out like it has been. So 87 percentile Shadow Claw Thunder. Shadow Claw seems to be better than Hex, according to this rating system. And hopefully I can be a little bit more efficient now that I'm out here closer to the Wi-Fi and all that good stuff. So we're actually just gonna let all of these go. That 1903 is pretty strong, but 1926 is higher. And I'm keeping a couple of them as trade. I don't know if Mimikyu is gonna be rare. I don't know if people are gonna ever need a Mimikyu. If it's like common, I'll eventually trade them. So Mareep here, I have a new L0, which is fun. A new L1, potentially. Yep, 6th to 26th. L2, I might be able to change that L2. And I have another potential Mega Thundershock Trailblaze. Still can't detect my location though, so. Thundershock Trailblaze, it's a B. I think in Pokemon Go, Trailblaze increases attack because there's really no speed stat. 94 can't beat anything that I currently have, so transfer. L1, 6th, Tackle Body Slam. Good old Flaffy. So I was saying I need to change up my strategy. So you see how this is the 6th best Mareep? I might need to just start like saying, okay, if this is one of the best possible, right? You can see here, actually, I have an example right here. This Flaffy is the G tier 100 percentile. Can't get a better Flaffy in the G tier. It's at least at our current level caps and all that stuff, right? The current setup of the game, you can't get a better Flaffy. So I'm like, I probably should just invest in this Flaffy. As weird of a Pokemon it isn't to invest in, because I'm not gonna catch a better one next week or next month, right? So, whereas like Mega Venusaur, the next time I catch a Bulbasaur, it could be a 100% Venusaur, you know? So I'm thinking of changing up my system, but for me, changing up a system is a big commitment. Tackle Body Slam. What are you, L tier? I doubt you can be L2. I really doubt it. Because if I evolve you into a Flaffy, you're already at 400 CP. Like, if you evolve twice, there's no way you stay under 500 CP. Yeah. What a beautiful Ampharos, though. G2 Ampharos, even U2. 46, 57. Jeez. U2 46. I have the 6th best. And I have the 14th best. That's crazy. This is a really good Mareep, and it's just getting outclassed slightly by everybody else. All right, and in this case where I have two 91%, I'm just gonna hold on to both and see which of them evolves with a better moveset. And if I wanna keep one of those. Tackle, discharge. 91 for a max, I can imagine better. Though I've invested a ton in my 91% Venusaur, and I will never replace him. Even if I catch I think I've caught a 93% actually, and I released it. I'm like, I'm not even pretending to entertain this thought because I've invested so much. Those gold bottle cap, the one gold bottle cap I ever had, I put into a Blastoise because I was like, it was 89% overall, and I'm like, I will not exchange this for another Pokemon. I will not. Even if I catch, and I think I caught other better Squirtles percent IV wise, and I released them. I was like, no, I've put more Stardust than I can fathom into this Blastoise, and he's staying with me. So I was like, I'm gold bottle capping him. I'm gonna make him the best Blastoise there can be. And yeah, that's what I did. Over my awful Mewtwo, like my 53% IV Mewtwo. I could have had a 100% IV Mewtwo, and I didn't do it. I chose Blastoise instead. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is a really high IV Magnemite, which is gonna replace my really high IV Magnezone. Spark, Magnet Bomb, and this guy is gonna be the new G1 because he's the 11th best. And I feel like I should be doing my best Pokemon instead of going in Dex order. It would diversify my leveling up a lot, actually. I think it might even make it more interesting and fun for me, potentially. All right, so I have some really powerful Magnemites. All of these are like 99. L0, I could get a slightly better L0. L1, L2. Can he be a G0? It looks like it. G0. G1. Where's my G2? G2. U1, U2. Max, shiny, right? So I can see if this 382 one here down in the bottom corner, can he be a better L0? If not, let's just see what his options are. Can you be better than 98 in anything else? That's a pretty interesting IV spread. Nope. Nope. Oh, U2 number 26. 26th best Magnezone. Where's my other? I have the 9th best already. Wah wah. Sorry, buddy. And then this guy is going to be my new max, Volt Switch Magnet Bomb. And I'm not even going to think about it. I'm going to release the other ones. Volt Switch, because that's a pretty big differential between 96% IV and 89% IV. That's pretty big. Sorry. Max 2. No, not Magneton. Magnezone, please. And get rid of the rank, because that doesn't matter, because we're maxing you out. B. Tag B tier, or M tier. And then this guy, without even questioning it, I'm just releasing them. It's sad that I evolved Magnezone, but it was probably like, I was probably near one of those electric lures, magnet lures, and I was like, well, I might as well just evolve what I got. Like, it might be, who knows if I'll catch something better, right? Okay, look how many of these Pokemon there are though, because of the shiny, right? I said up to 10, right? There we are, there's our 10. Varum. Varum. U1. Well, that's awful. What? What's going on here? I guess I'm holding on to him to trade him. None of these can be anything else. Could they be G1s? Nope. Too strong. Can't be L0, can't be L1, can't be G1. Not worth making them a max. So they're just there for trade, I guess. Alright, speaking of trades, here is an Articuno I got from a trade. I was really happy with it. It's both Dynamax and very high IV. So this guy needs to be going into remote trades now, right? This one is my U tier. What are you as a U tier? Are you better than 45? CP 1683. $47. Yeah, you're better. So you should not have all these tags. You're a U tier. Frost Breath, Icy Wind. Icy Wind's kind of weak, yeah. You. Oh, but you have a background. Oh, does that matter? No, it doesn't matter. I don't care about backgrounds. Tag you with possible trade or remote trade. There we go. Background is cool, but for me, it's not worth Frost Breath, Ice Beam. So this guy, I was really happy because with a lucky trade, you know, you might get 114, 1292. 1292, 114. Because you don't know what you're gonna get. Thank you. He could be a 19th percentile, but 93 percentile for a legendary is great. Like that's a max all day, every day, right? What was it? Frost Breath, Ice Beam, I think. So he's just a max someday. And he's Dynamax. Dynamax, I usually end up releasing them because again, I don't think it's worth the box space for a subpar Pokemon just because I get Dynamax. I'm so frustrated actually by their Dynamaxing that you can't item and turn a Pokemon into a Dynamax Pokemon. So it's kind of my silent protest. I release a lot of Dynamax Pokemon because they're just not good enough. Okay, now we're getting into territory where I've already checked some. Doesn't mean we're almost done with the video, but Thundershock Aurasphere. So this was the April reward, right? And this is my first ever Raikou. And for some reason, I think Thundershock Aurasphere might be underwhelming. It's okay, apparently. Wow. Okay, they like that moveset. Huh. It'd be cool to give it a second move. And honestly, I might max him out someday, but for now, we'll just label him as U tier. Because I don't think I have another Raikou. Yeah, he's my only one. Suicune, I've got a couple. Oh, just kidding, just one. Entei? I don't have an Entei, so. Okay, Turt and Nater. You're just tradable? Yeah, I just held on to you as a possible trade. I need an L0, but Dratini L0. Why am I holding on to this guy? Looks like there's some character, the dragon characters aren't working either. 87 L0, why am I holding on to this Dratini? Can Mega Evolve then? That's so cool. Someday. 96 is pretty good. He's not better than anything. I don't know why maybe I just caught it and didn't transfer it right away. 87% is pretty good, but I have a 96 right there. L0, L1. Do I have an L2? I've got a decent L2. G1, got a couple G1s. G2, U2, Max, yeah. Bye-bye. Sorry to waste all of our time with that. Wheezing, Galarian Wheezing, actually. Slightly better than the one I already had. Fairy Wind, Hyper Beam. Fairy Wind, Hyper Beam. 125th best. We take it, we take it. Especially when it's a rare Pokemon. Again, also, I wish you could evolve them either way you wanted. Galarian or regular. They just force you into playing the game, I guess. Like, they force you into doing raids and they force you into doing Dynamax battles and stuff because they don't make it possible to get the Pokemon any other way. I get it. I get why they do that. I just don't like it. Not a fan of it. So what are you as a G tier? Fairy Wind, Hyper Beam, because that's what you will be demoted to. I can't even see your CP. 91, 945. You are now G tier, even though you're only 34%. That's the best you got. Fairy Wind, Hyper Beam. 2000th best. That's not 268. Don't be deceived. Just run out of characters. Rockruff. I don't think I need to keep this Rockruff. 91 max, U1, 93 max, U1, U1. I don't think we can evolve into Dusk form. Yeah, he's the worst of the litter, I think. I don't know how you get Dusk form. Do any of these evolve into Dusk? Or are they all Midnight, Midday? Looks like they're all Midnight, Midday. I wonder if they're holding on to Dusk form for an event. Snom. G1's better than what I got. Considerably, 12% higher. Powder Snow, Bug Buzz. It's gonna take forever to evolve a Snom. Powder Snow, Bug Buzz. Tag G tier. L0, like, can you be L1? I bet not. I bet you level, like, you power up a lot when you evolve, I bet. Yeah, not eligible. And technically you can be U57. Nah. I don't think anybody would be interested in trading for a Snom, right? No, I never remember this thing's name. Poltergeist is the unevolved one, right? Polcha. Yep. So U1, that's pretty powerful. Astonish Energy Ball. I think it's my only, maybe, I guess it's my second one. Astonish Energy Ball. Ugh. 470. It's funny that they didn't know which grass ghost it was. Astonish Energy. Ooh, bad moveset. Pokemon Go really, or at least Pokegenie, when they rank movesets, they really don't like Energy Ball. I've come to notice. Skidoo and then Flamigo. Skidoo. G1. It's not better. Am I considering maxing this out at 87%? How high does your CP get, buddy? $33, so you have 17 more levels, you can level him up. So I guess he's all right, maxed out. We'll hold on to him as a max for now. I don't think I'm ever gonna use that, but I'll hold on to you. And then Flamigo, so I think first ever Flamigo, I believe. Nothing too impressive here. Wing attack, upper hand. Nothing too impressive IV wise, but like, I mean, 89 is nothing to laugh at. It's just an awful percentile. Actually, let me check like I did with Skidoo. So you go 16 levels above 2500, so it's nothing too awful. Ralts and then a couple Litleos. So Ralts. See, this is one I don't think I'm keeping, one of these Dynamaxes, because if I wanted to keep it, I would want it to max out, right? And I think I already have a 90, I have a 98 max of both genders. So like, this is not worth keeping to me at all. Transfer. Goodbye. It's just box filler. U2, 94%. I have a U2 female. U2 male at 96%, so this one's not better. And I'm not even, I'm just got too many rolls. It's too many rolls. I don't want to spend more time looking at them. Lit Leo, as I said. Lit Leo. Lit Leo. And I realized pretty late that Lit Leo has 2 genders. And maybe I need to be holding on to a male and a female. I have a 93 max, so, but it's a female. This one's also female, so it doesn't replace that. I have a 97 percentile Lit Leo. I think I release him. I mean, I could see if he's a better G1 female. I doubt it. Let's check. G1 female, 66, that seems pretty low. Yeah. Now U1 male is slightly better than the one I have. Tackle flamethrower. I actually saw a male. I didn't see it, but it was on my little like radar. 1129. A male Pyroar in the wild. I don't remember. Tackle flamethrower, which you don't see very often. And honestly, this guy has a mega now, so like I should be holding on to high. I should have held on. No, I've already got 93, so it's a disappointing mega. It's a low tier mega, I think. What's its ability? I don't actually know what its official ability is. They were talking about something that powered up fire moves or something. Oh shoot, I forgot to release the other one though. Lit Leo. You male, you male, you male, you male. This one. Now I could see G1 male. I don't think I have one of those. So what can you be as a G1 male? Firefighting Crunch. Probably not very good. Yeah, bad. But you're my first, so you never let go of your first. So you're no longer U tier, you're G tier. Yeah. Okay, Lit Leo's done. Who's next? Frostseed, Raichu, Totodile. Frostseed, Raichu, Totodile. Frostseed looks pretty good. G1, 98%. Metal Claw, Flash Cannon. This is what really tests my memory. Can I remember who's coming next? Can I remember the attacks? Can I remember the numbers? Can I remember the types? All that stuff. It keeps my brain, hopefully, in good working order. There's no way you're a better L0. There's like no way. But let's check. Oh my gosh, you are. That almost never happens. Okay, L0. I don't know what your attacks were. Metal Claw and Gyro Ball. Let's just say that. L0 97 tag. Because the other one was 96. So we got L0, L1, G1, U1. 96 is now the lowest. It is gone. No Mega Ferocity to think about either. So then I said Raichu. Not gonna write you a love song. Exhibit B, right, of needing to change up. So I have this Alolan Raichu, 93% U tier, put a lot of resources and stuff into it. Look at this, 99 percentile Raichu. And I am gonna replace it. 93 to 99 is just too strong. But it's like, I probably should not have been investing in the other one. And I think I've ignored another Raichu that was like 95 percentile. I think I have one sitting right here that's 95 percentile. So I guess I could like look at what it is in G tier. Because I don't have a G tier Raichu. Thundershock Psychic. I don't have a G tier Alolan Raichu. Sorry, G. It's not nearly as good. Oh, actually, do I have a G tier? I might. Yeah, right here. He's 85. 81. So transferring him, and this one hurts. But if I transfer him, I don't have to like hold on to the memory forever, right? He's not there to constantly remind me of my shortcomings. So, whew, that was a strong Pokemon to get rid of. Totodile. Okay, G2 Totodile. Not better than what I already had. L0, L1. Do I have an L2? I do have a good L2. G1, G2, U2, Max, Shiny. Transfer. Bye, Totodile. I guess no, I had a Max, so. Yeah, we're still in this. It's gonna be a minute, guys. We still got a lot to go. This Yamask is in the 0 percentile, but it's the only one I've ever caught that could be an L tier, what's it called? Runarigus, right? So I'm keeping a 0 percentile. Like I said, there's 4,000 some odd possible combinations, right? So he's the 4,057th best. I think 4,096 might be the most. Because it's 16 cubed. Astonish Rock Tomb. It's probably the worst in the bunch, but sorry. I think it's amazing that he gets to stay because he's the best that I've ever gotten in that category. I should have looked at who's next. Shelder, Corsola, Psyduck. Surprisingly to me, this is the best G tier Shelder I've ever gotten. A little bit better than what I had previously. I have a really bad L tier. They're both bad L tiers, actually. Tackle Water Pulse, but he's definitely a keeper. I love catching Sheltered, so much Stardust. And I love me some Stardust. So tag G tier. I don't know why I'm holding on to this Shelter, just as like something fun to look at, I guess. Beautiful shiny Shelter. Who is next? Do you remember? I don't. Corsola. And then Psyduck. Okay, Corsola. I've had a ton of 91s, and I just got a 96. So we're gonna get rid of all the 91s, just like that. Astonish Nightshade. Astonish Nightshade. Doesn't matter what the rank is. We do actually want to call you 1 though. Max 1. Tag you M tier. And just like that, all these tied 91s have become less significant. And I don't think they're viable as anything else. That's why I called them Max. If they were better than something I already had, that's how I would have labeled them. So, and then Psyduck. So Psyduck's another one of those Gen 1s. We've talked about it before. So if you've actually watched my Pokemon Go content, you know how much I've lamented not having a good Golduck. And this is still not good enough. But it is nice, it is fun to get one that is slightly better. Because someday, if this trend continues, I will get a good Golduck. It will happen. I have a good Psyduck, a decent Psyduck, and I have a decent G tier, but... and then these like maxes, like Golduck's just not viable powered up. So like Mega Golduck, or if they ever evolve Golduck, I hope they give Golduck the Primate treatment. Where they give him a later gen evolution that's just great. That's what I want for him. Grookey, Poplio, I almost said Poiple, and Poliwag. Grookey, Poplio, Grookey, U2. Okay, I needed a big upgrade to U2. Razor Leaf Grass Knot. Unfortunately, he's a very low level. Razor leaf grass knot. The game likes grass knot a lot. Whistled. The game likes grass knot a lot better than energy ball. Tag U tier. Not G tier. Why are you double tagged? Yeah. Now can you be better? L0, like an L1? No. You can't be an L2, you're too strong. G1, G2, U2 max. Yeah, bye-bye. You are not anything else. Poplio. U2 Poplio. Slightly better. Okay. Water gun, water pulse. So-so moveset. Alright, unfortunately had our first internet crash there, but hopefully we're back. First internet since moving to this room. So we need to check G1, G2 on this guy. Because if he's better than 91, 95, G1, G2, he is not. Okay, so he can't replace anybody. Actually, it looks like I'm missing something. Oh, I had the Brion hidden, okay. And then do you remember? Because I remember, Poliwag. Okay, so for this one, it's kind of fun because I have a max Poliwrath that I've held off on powering up because I'm like 82 is quite low. And I've been rewarded because I got a 96. Bubble Body Slam. And I think, let's check it out. Like, actually he doesn't, Poliwrath. He gets 12 levels above 2500, so it's still probably not strong enough to like justify the Stardust cost. But I feel vindicated that I made a good choice by not powering up the 82% one. And I am just gonna transfer it. I'm not even gonna think about it. So I mean, I've done a bit of poly, I was gonna say a word, I'm glad I didn't. I've powered up a few of my polys. L1, L2, we're doing okay with those. So the L tier is great. Actually, G1 is whatever. G2 Toad, G2 Wrath, U2, U2, Max and Max. So yeah, these are all great. Okay, who's next? Who's after the polys? X out. Shelmet, Bounsweet, Meowth. Oh, Meowth. There's too many Meowths. Shelmet L0, not better. Why am I holding on to you? Bounsweet, we got a Dynamax Bounsweet, which might actually stick around as a max. So this is a case where like my max is tied with this max. So I will replace my max, my previous max with this one. To me, to have something that I can take into Dynamax battles is worth, I mean, they're tied, so. Draining Kiss, right? But I'm gonna call that max. How do I do this? You would think it's second nature how to maneuver this app with how many, probably thousands of Pokemon I've categorized, but sometimes the brain slows down. Bounsweet, Steenie are very, very weak Pokemon. I have no idea. I have no idea what comes next. Meowth. Let's see if I can do it. Meowth, Nimble, Barboach. So this 93, I was thinking maybe a max, because it ties the other one, 1349. Let's just see who has the better moveset, and we'll call it there. So we're evolving. I evolved a number of Pokemon because I needed to do it for one of those in-game Shadow Claw Ironhead. That sounds decent. Shadow Claw Ironhead. That's also a B. So what do I do now? Oh, it's literally the same moveset. So at this point, it doesn't matter. We just keep one, and I'm gonna keep the older one. It had a higher CP. Nimble. Jack me Nimble. You won. Uh-oh, we're tied. Oh, he's slightly better. I've got ranks on these, so actually no, he is slightly better. Strugglebug X Scissor. He's 10 ranks higher. So we keep him. Strugglebug X Scissor. He is a lower level. So in the past, if they're that close in rank, I have, and I will again someday, Barboach. Chosen the lower ranked one just to save on some Stardust, but at this point, I'm okay with it. It's okay. Stardust is a renewable resource. It just takes a lot of effort. L0, we want you L1. Not great, but better than what I've got. Because my current L1 is a much lower percentile. Thanks for your service, Barboach. Okay, Inkay, Teddy, and then a new Pokemon, Latios. Latios? Where's the name? Latios, yes. Inkay, Teddy, Lottie. L1. Better than what I had. Psywave, Psybeam. Psywave, Psybeam. Sounds okay. I don't think Psywave is a good move, but I like it when they match, when the typings match. L0, L1, G1, U1. Yeah. Bye-bye. Only 4 of these guys. Teddy. Not Tessie. Teddy. U2, right next to it. It's better. U2, man. 37th best Ursaluna. That's awesome. I can't wait to evolve these things someday. That's why I need to change it up. I do need to change my strategy. The problem is, there's no way to like sort them in that order of rank. So I don't, without creating a spreadsheet, which would be amazing, but a nightmare to keep up to date. I don't know how to like search for and sort who's next to power up, you know? I'm gonna have to give that some thought, because maybe I can tag them somehow as like top 50 or top 100 based on rank. Maybe that's what I can do. I can tag them. Top 10, top 50, top 100, maybe. Because even with my naming convention, I can't search them. People use like symbols, I think, sometimes. So I got my first Lottie, Latios. Actually, first Lottie. I have a Latias, yeah. So this one's much stronger. That one's a lucky one. And I'm curious what will happen when I purify him, but I don't have enough candy or resources, so Dragon Breath, Frustration for now. It doesn't recognize it as a shadow, but it's okay. Luster Purge. Ooh, that's cool. So right now, he'll just stay as a U tier because I'm not powering that up. Lottie. What else we got? That's as far as I looked, right? So we have Joltik, a really interesting Joltik. This one is a tradable. So Joltik, Sandile, Honedge. Joltik, U1, tied. Once again, tied. 26th best. We'll keep them both. Actually, I wasn't even gonna, oh my gosh, I'm going through the motions and I was like, I don't need to do all that. I'm just gonna tag it. And I couldn't stop myself from going through the motions. I remember saying Honedge. but I forget who was before Honedge. U2. It's my first one. Psycho Cut Gyro Ball. This one is like, what is it, eggs or missions only? So I'm slowly filling in the ranks for Honedge and Aegislash and all that. Joltik, it wasn't Inkay, we skipped one. Oh, Sandile. G1? Again, such a limited, because they only come from eggs. I don't think it's worth keeping him. He can't be anything except for G1. He can be a U2, I'm assuming it's worse. And he can't be a better max. Where are the wild Sandile? Surskit. Yeah, another Oricorio for trade, I think. So we got Surskit, Spinarak, Tauros. Surskit. L0 is better, U1 is better. Boom. Boom. U1, Air Slash, Silverwind. I'm surprised you can get powered up that high. Air Slash, Silverwind. How do I do moves? Air Slash, Silverwind. Yep. Yep. That's what I want. I also want to see your... Yep. Okay, so you do. $24.99. Guys, the brain is struggling at the moment. How long have we been recording? A bit. It's been a bit. Now some of that is me dealing with internet issues. These are both transferable. Bug Bite Aqua Jet L0. Okay, we're just saving it as L0 and we're moving on. L tier, boom, bye. That was, I think I'm cutting out a lot of that, but boy, was that the most frustrating thing I've ever done. Spinarak Tauros, I remembered, I just, not Spinna? Yeah. All right, so we got a good L0 here. It's replacing a finished L0, which is kind of painful, but Poison Seed, stick 'em. It's top 20. '99 percentile. Bye-bye, Spinarak. It's nice having you since I don't know what year. Tauros. So this was another trade. It wasn't like the one I was most excited about. I wasn't like in love with getting a lucky Tauros because he can't be leveled up super high. And that was the thing. Most of my forever friends, I had a lucky trade waiting, right? So I don't have a lot of legendaries available for trade on my list. So they were mostly requesting like a shiny or a regional that I had that they didn't. So like a Tropius or whatever. I was like, I want your Articuno. I want your legendary. I want your legendary. But this person, they didn't have all of that. So I went for the Tauros, 2011, 129. 2011, 129. Yeah. Which is fine. Tauros, you can power it pretty high, above level, above 2500. So I think I'm okay with this as my choice. Tackle, Earthquake. I will want to change those moves at some point, I'm sure. And I want to call you a max. I don't even know. I think these were probably regional. Half the world probably got Blaze and half the world probably got Water. And I would have caught one if I lived in a country where I could play this game. Where Pokemon actually showed up. Mousehold, Bidoof, Shroomish? Yeah. Mousehold, Bidoof, L0. Well, you're slightly better. Bullet Seed, Swift. Bullet Seed, Swift. L0. It's not the 193rd best, don't be deceived, it's in the 1000s. L0, like both of those are garbage. I probably have them as tradable, but I'm sure most people have a Mousehold by now. Right? And it won't, if you evolve it, it's too strong. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of both. Badoof. L1, pretty good. Slightly better than the one I had. Takedown, Hyperfang. Takedown, nope. Hyperfang. 79, top 100. Yeah, I'm convincing myself slowly that I need to change up my method of powering up Pokemon. I love going down in Dex order. I think it's fun. But like, I love doing them one species at a time. Like looking at the whole species and deciding who am I powering up? How much candy do we have, right? Now I'm talking myself back out of it. All right, so this L1 is slightly better than the other L1 I have. But it's worse than this L1 I have, so why am I holding on to both of these L1s? Let's just do a little quick check. L0, L1, G1, U1, max. I'm gonna get rid of you. Actually, I use you. I do use you in battles sometimes. I'm gonna get rid of you. I do have two U198s. I guess I was holding on to see what the movesets would be. And I doubt that 91 max is ever gonna get powered up, but maybe. Thought we were gonna have an internet issue there again, and I almost lost my mind, but I'm still here, okay, Cranidos, who we're skipping the EV because EVs stress me out. So Cranidos, Shroodle, Glimmet. I think Glimmet is new. Cranidos is also fun. I don't see many of these, but I already had a better one. So what am I doing? Guess I just wanted to show them off. L0, L1, G0, G1, U1. Max. Okay, showed them off. Thanks for joining. Glimmet, I said, and Shroodle. Haven't seen a whole lot of Shroodles. Shroodle. U1. Slightly better, man. Just barely. Mudslap, Sludge Bomb. But this would also be... I'm so conflicted on what to do. I love doing the Dex order, but it's just taking forever. Like Gen 9 Pokemon will never power up. All right, so we need to see if he can be a better G1 than 65. I don't think so with those IVs. I'm wrong. All right, so let's check my Chinese. Ground, and we don't know which of these attacks it is, but it's ranked C, so it must be Poison Fang. You are a G1 after all. Because I've been doing it in my mind of like, if they're top like 100, it's probably safe to power them up, right? Because even, I mean, the only way you're guaranteed is if you, I know I looked, Glimmet, is if you get the best one, right? If you get the 100 percentile. Smackdown Power Gem. First Glimmet, I think it was a reward for the month thing, and that's one of the things that really bums me out about not being able, because I traveled for 1 week, right? And in 1 week, I don't have a job, I'm on vacation. I do have a job, but when I'm traveling, I'm on vacation, right? So I don't have to work. I can just basically like enjoy myself, play the game, pick up the game, put the game down, pick up the game, put the game down. And I get through 100 of those monthly levels in a week, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, if I could play this game as much as I want to play this game, I would have all the Pokemon. Ghastly, Scorbunny, Finneon. Ghastly Interesting, I have a new gas, not Gastro, Ghastly. That's an L1, it's better, okay. And he's my worst, L0. So let's check L0, L1, L2, G1, G2, U2 max. Yep, so release you. And you're the new L1, Ghastly. Lick Nightshade. Yeah, I would have more legendaries, I would have, you know, so much more Stardust, and I'd power up Pokemon so much more, but at the same time, I'm like, if I had the opportunity to play this game all the time, I probably wouldn't like it as much as I do. Like, I'm sure I would bore of it, right? I don't remember any of them. Scorbunny, Finneon, Oshawott. Scorbunny, G1. I'm getting rid of this Dynamax. It's not favorited anymore. I've been holding on to it, I want to get rid of it. I just have never been able to pull the trigger. Today's the day. Fire Spin, Flame Charge. G1, a Reboot. Okay, that replaces the other G1 next to it. But I think he's my lowest percentile, so he's done. Scorbunny. Finneon. Forgettable Pokemon, but I remembered him. G1, it's a better one. Water Gun, Silver Wind. I miss Signal Beam. Bring back Signal Beam in the games, please. Tag G tier. I know it's only 75 base power, it's not great. Bug type is not a great offensive typing, but they gave it to some really interesting Pokemon who I think carrying bug coverage could be really interesting. And they took it away and didn't replace it with another bug type move for those Pokemon, so I'm disappointed. G1. This has been my TED Talk. Thank you for listening. What do we got? I don't need this Max anymore. I don't know why I'm holding on to him when I got this guy with a background. Look at that background. Ooh, pretty. L2 is really bad. But everybody else is decent. G1, Tackle Water Pulse. Just a baby. And it's also like, if I keep powering up Pokemon early in the decks, and then catching something slightly stronger, and then I feel pressure to power up the new version, it just means I'm never getting to the lower, or the newer Pokemon, you know? Look at my thumbnails, they're all Gen 1 Pokemon. A Duat, an Oshawott, 93. Yeah. There was another starter. I think it was Piplup. 93 max. Ooh, got a new max. Mega Empoleon, win. Bubble Beam. Just needs a little HP boost. Bubble Beam. Big dog. Maxed out. Maxi. Tag. M tier. You have Hydro Cannon. That's sad. You have Hydro Cannon too, don't you? I think I evolved them both when there was that like community day for Piplup or something. You can't really be anything else, you too, but I'm sure you're worse than 95. Yeah, 86. Okay, I haven't seen further, so let's scroll. We got Delmise on deck, we got new Ditto on deck, and we're almost done because I see the unknowns. So Delmise, Ditto, Unknown. Delmise. Both of these are new, both of these are keepers. They're just gonna get tagged right away. I'm not even gonna do the screenshotting. They're both pretty bad, 50 percentile. They're halfway, they're like middle of the road, middle of the pack, completely middle of the pack, median right there, basically. But it's nice to have them. Unknown, or sorry, Ditto. I hated Ditto. Ditto was such a letdown of a Pokemon for so long, but now Pokopia has made Ditto something he has never been. Lovable. Oh, it's just so good. I'm so happy to have this. I want the other version. There's one with the other hat too. I was only able to get this one because I think the event was ending on like the very first day I was traveling. So I wasn't able to get him, but man, I love Ditto, man. All right, and all of these are new letters. So we got A, X, Y, what is this, Z? Yeah, Z. I think that's U, T, and H, not O. So all of these are just gonna get kept because I don't have other options, and it's gonna take up a lot of deck space. I can do multiple tags at once, actually. All right, L tier, L tier. Oops, missed. Somehow swung and missed on that. L tier, and I think Unknown were some of the very earliest ones I had. There's still a handful here, but that's it. See all the stars? I've sorted all of those already. So we have left on another Honedge. Why do I have another Honedge? Happiny, Honedge, Sinistea. Happiny, G0. I guess I don't have a G0? Can Chansey be a G0? Not really. Do I have a strong Chansey? How high do you get Chansey? $13.99. G0 is not viable. L0, L1. I don't have an L2. That's sad for me. G1. L baby. L0 costume, U1 max. So I don't think I need this Happiny. Okay, I said Sinistea and Honedge, right? There's that random Honedge in there. So we got a G1, which I don't have yet, and I have a better L0. So Astonish Psychic. You have to hit next, not done. G1. Do I remember? Astonish and Psychic, I think. Tag G tier. Okay, so that's our first G tier. Okay, and then the L1 sitting right next to it. Or sorry, L0. So we got L0, G1, U1 max. Astonish Dark Pulse. I think the one next to this is gonna get released. Because I don't think I can't do anything with him. Honedge. Why was there a random Honedge still in the box? Just didn't star him, I guess? Just didn't notice he wasn't labeled? Maybe? Or maybe I didn't sort him and I should sort him and I need to screenshot him and all that, but I'm not going to. Happiny, Honedge, Sinistea. I think that's all I looked at, but I think there's still one more, like a Toxel and a Tink. And that's it. Toxel, Tink. Hard thing about Toxel, I want one of both versions. I want a G of both versions, I want a U of both versions, and potentially a max of both versions, but You don't know which version you're gonna get until you evolve it, and it takes 400 candy. This is a crime. Oh, it's so frustrating that it's a mystery evolution and you don't know. Calling it Max. I definitely have a favorite Toxtricity design. I really like the yellow one, but I played through with the blue one for Scarlet and Violet, so, or sorry, Sword and Shield. So I like them both, I guess, because one I've actually spent more time with, but one design-wise I like a lot better, so. All right, we have an L0 Tink, and this is it for the sorting part of the video. Fairyland, play rough. Next is the powering part of the video, but I need a little break before we get to that. So I'm gonna, 95%, but it's L. I need a little bit of a break before I sit down and do that part of the video. So I will leave you here and I'll be right back. And I have some thinking to do and some soul searching to figure out exactly how I'm going to prioritize my Stardust here. So I'll see you in a minute. All right, folks, I'm back. It's been almost 45 minutes, I guess, since I stopped recording, but I thought some things. So even if I change my system, there's no way that I can change my system in this moment, categorize and rank everything, and then implement that new strategy of powering stuff up. So we're going old style, we're going old system. Maybe this summer when I have time and I can actually sit down and think through the practicality of a new sorting system, I can do that. So this is my favorite part of the video where I get to actually like hang out and power stuff up and spend Stardust, but I think it might be a little underwhelming today. It might be a little underwhelming because of how I'm gonna spend my Stardust. So first of all, we're back at the beginning of the decks, right? Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, level 1s, they're all powered up. Level 2, Venusaur powered up. A lot of good stuff here, but this Ivysaur that's G1, I've been skipping him for a long time. He's the 47th best possible Ivysaur. I think that is worthwhile. It just would cost a lot to power him up to 1500. So I've never done it until today. Today's the day. So we're spending the 238,000 Stardust to get a Ivysaur up to 1500. Why? Because I can. And that's what I'm gonna do. So I have 765, right? So I'll still have 500,000 and some change. Here we go. Ready for this? Am I recording? Making sure this is on camera. 254 candy also, by the way. 254 Bulbasaur candy. Evaporated. But look at this boy. Look at him. He looks so happy, doesn't he? Finished. He is maxed. Still got a lot of candy left too. But not going to be spent on him no more. So Mega Venusaur though, we do have 17 XL candy. So our 2949, anytime I do one of these max guys, I like to sort by CP. He's my, what is this, 8th strongest? He's still going to be the 8th strongest after this, I'm sure, because he's not passing Annihilate, but 15 CP higher. No, sorry, 17 CP higher. It's worth it, right? This is why we play the game, for these small moments. You got probably like 1 HP. Yeah. No, he's a good boy though. We really like him. I like him. I like him. I love Bulbasaur, Venusaur, Ivysaur. Favorite Pokemon. The nostalgia is too strong. Like I just have to love him. Okay, back to numbers. So right now, Charizard is my buddy because what I use buddy for is candy, but I don't do it for candy to power up because that would just take forever, right? I'd still be having a Bulbasaur as my buddy, probably. I use because I need candy to evolve. So I have this L2 Charmander here. 96 is not great. It's not. It's not something I'd usually power up, but since it's an L2, it won't need a lot of Stardust once it's a Charizard to power up to L2. So, and it's hard to get. I mean, I've caught a ton of Charmanders and very few. This is the best one I've ever gotten. So I think I'm gonna keep earning candy with my Charizard buddy until I get 125, which is how much I need to evolve him into. Actually, let's do Charmeleon. Let's get him to a Charmeleon because we earn a candy that way, right? I think. And then I can also reevaluate him and get his rank and stuff on there. Hat Charmeleon. I've had plenty of Hat Charmander, Charmeleon, even Charizard. So I need 22 more candy. Ember Fire Punch. And once I get those 22 candy, I'm gonna switch out my buddy, and then I have to earn Charizard candy by catching Charmanders. 144, so he's actually pretty low, but it's okay. L0, I mean, I could, no. I'm only evolving, and then I'm gonna work on my max guys there. Blastoise, is Blastoise ready to get powered up? My max guy, don't have enough XL candy. My U tier, don't have enough XL candy. My G tier's done. Like I could, nope, don't have enough XL candy. Like I could power up my shiny. I could power him up. It's only 40,000. I usually don't spend much resources at all. I could power up a Squirtle. How much is that gonna cost me? 23? Are we gonna get out of the Kanto starters today with our Stardust? That's the question. Still have almost 500,000 Stardust, so. The bad thing is I don't think I'm gonna get into new territory. So like, I forget how far I've gotten. I've gotten to like Arcanine, Rapidash. I think I've gotten to Rapidash in the past. I didn't know powering up water and fire types was a mission, so that feels good to finish that. And I'm adding a couple more boys to the finish list. Are they both boys? Yes. But I'm not gonna do the other guys in this one. Butterfree's done. Beedrill, can I power up Mega Beedrill? Nope, I'm 2 candy short. Pidgeot, can I power up my Mega Pidgeot? Nope. Everybody else is already finished. Rattata, we skip. Fearow, we're good with Fearow and all those. G1's done. All right, so Pikachu, Raichu, right? We have the new Raichu. I have enough candy to do him once. He's just Pikachu candy, though. And I'm not really interested in power. I have, like, basic Pikachu already powered up to L. He's a good Pikachu, too. I used to play this game on silent, and I didn't know that when you clicked them, you could hear their cry. And then once I did it off silent, I was like, oh my gosh, this like enhances the enjoyment of the game so much more for me. Okay, so what I will do is this is not worth powering up. This is, but I can't max him out for sure. Wow, that's a lot. He's the 16th best, so is he more worth powering up? But he's already at XL candy, so I feel like giving him the 1 XL is worth. Right? Because he needs the XLs. So, and I love this beanie on this Raichu. I think it's adorable. Absolutely adorable. And this one, I only have regular candy for. So how far can we get him with regular candy? Pretty far. 22, 27. It actually passes the other Raichu. But it's a lot of Stardust. It's half my remaining Stardust, I think. More than. Okay, here we go. Alola, this one's for you. 99th percentile, I better not get a better one. 26th best. The thing with Raichu though is now it has megas. So like he can be a mega, but I need another one for whether they do X or Y, you know? Where am I at with my sand slashes? Don't have enough XL candy. Don't have enough XL candy. G0 is not really worth it. L0, he's done, but he's too low. He's ranked too low. Neato squad. We do have a U2, but we don't have enough candy. We can't evolve anybody. We don't have enough candy. Okay, moving on to the Neato King squad. He needs 15. He needs 12. The Kings are done. G1 here, like I could. This doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel good. I don't like how this feels. For one, I don't have enough candy, but he needs a lot of XL candy to get there. Like I could take him to that. Nope, we're not doing that. Clefable? We have Mega Clefable now, so this thing that I've never powered up will eventually be worth powering up someday. Because when it Mega evolves, it actually gets probably to a respectable amount of CP. But we're not there yet. I could dump that into it, but that's a summer job, I think. When I have more Stardust and I'm able to like part of me is convinced I need to switch my Ninetales too. Oh, I have a G tier that's really good. Needs 10XL, 12XL. I have a really good L0 too. Ember Weatherball? Shh, say less. Maybe worth? Alright, Vulpix, I see you. You get some Stardust, buddy. See, we're almost out. We're almost out of Stardust. So that's why I said this is going to be kind of anticlimactic, because I had it in my mind to kind of go back and some of these neglected Pokemon, I don't know if I can call them neglected, but this is, oh, 1500, just 15. Oh, I needed to label him as finished. Ooh, did I forget to label anybody else as finished as I've been going down? I didn't do Nidos, I didn't do Sand. I didn't finish these. Yeah, okay, I think we're on track. But we're just about done here. We're gonna finish up this. We got what, 136 left? This is costing me 56, so I've got 80,000 left. A little less than. But this will feel nice. Like, it's 58th, that's pretty good. It's hard to catch, it's hard to, you don't see many Ninetales in the wild, so maybe I'm okay with this. Tag finished. L0 guy here. So Feint Attack, Gyro Ball, those symbols aren't showing up for some reason. We got shinies of both variations. We have the best Wigglytuff possible. There is no Mega Wigglytuff, so we're moving on. Your symbols aren't showing up. They're both 95. I don't think that's worth it. Crobats are way down in Gen 2 land. Let's actually look at what we got. Zubat. So here's our Crobats. So we do have a decent Crobat here. It's bad moves. Also bad moves. I'm hesitant. I want to wait until I get to Gen 2 for Crobat here. Yeah, we're gonna wait. We're gonna hold off on the bats. The Oddish family, because that also includes Blossom down there. But I think I'm waiting on the Vileplumes are done. Like Gloom here a little bit. I don't have much candy. It'd be 14,000. How much does it need total? Like, that's doable in the summer. $20 candy, how far does that get you? 366. You need, actually, you don't need a scary amount of candy or Stardust to get to 500. you'll get your day. A little oddish. Paris Parasect is done. I don't think we're worrying too much about Venonat, Venomoth these days. The Doug Trios, we're not worrying about those. We did just evolve that Berserker, right? I guess Berserker shows up way down in Gen 8. Just reviewing a little bit. I've already got my L1, G1 Persians. L0s. Like this L0 Meow if I could. Just to call him finished. Like he's 99th percentile. I don't know what his rank is. Let's actually find out what his rank is. Scratch Foul Play. We'll call him finished too. And I want to show you why I've kind of prioritized, was it 498? He's the 24th best, so like that's pretty good. Scratch Foul Play. I'll show you in a minute, once I finish spinning my Stardust, why I've kind of thought about investing in some of these lower tier guys, if I dare call them that. L1's actually not bad, 94. We do have a finished Golduck and Psyduck, so I'm happy-ish with that. Oh, this is who I was really planning on investing in, is this Primeape. Getting him off my to-do list, because if you max him out, I obviously can't. I don't have enough candy. But I could get him pretty far, 2420. I don't like love that idea, to be honest, to be truthful. We do have a finished Primeape. What's his rank? Low kick return. If they ever raise the level cap, I'm gonna be like 14th. I'm gonna be a little devastated. Rage Fist would be pretty cool. Low kick return. Do I finish with Primeape for today? Is that what we call this? We did get back to Growlithe, we did get to the Polys, we didn't get to, yeah, see, I've been to Rapidash, that's as far as I've made it. All right, literally at the last second I had to switch locations again, so we're gonna power up this Primeape, and then we're gonna call it a day. So 330, well, whatever Stardust we have, 54,000. It's not actually gonna get that crazy powered up, but it's nearing 2,000 CP, so, you know, that's cool. And it has a fighting type attack and a normal type attack, so there's all sorts of situations where that's useful, right? So this is definitely Stardust well spent, right? He tells himself, talking himself into this, so. Okay, well, that's it for today. I mean, I'm not even using TMs because I didn't like max anything out, really. But I did want to show you. So one of the reasons why I care about finishing some of these lower guys is I do just like to go to my finished tag. And I like to see a representative of every like type of Pokemon, right? Every stage of every species. So L tier for the basics, L tier, G tier for the stage 1s, L tier, G tier, U tier max for the stage 2s, and so on and so forth, you know. It's just nice to get a representative. So, you know, having a representative Squirtle, having a representative Charmander, one of, you know, the Pidgeot line, because U tier Pidgeot, I don't know if it's ever gonna happen. The Rattatas, man, I skip the Rattatas every time because I just have bad Rattatas, and you know, it's what it is. Do I not have the Butterfree? I only have Butterfree. Okay, so no, I mean, that makes sense. Caterpies, Metapods, so on and so forth. can you really charge those up? Pikachu, you saw the long list of Pikachus that I've caught, but as far as finished goes, it's a much more condensed version, and I like that. No Alolan Raichu yet though, so no regular Sandshrew, so on and so forth. It's just a cleaner view of my decks, and I really like that. So, and as I was saying, I've really only gotten down to powering up to Rapidashes. So that's what you can see, this little scroller on the side, right? It's basically at the bottom of the screen because I haven't conscientiously invested in Mini beyond that. And I've been doing this for a while, and that's as far as I've gotten. So it's kind of depressing, but it's also kind of fun. So anyways, this has been a Pokemon Go video. Really appreciate you hanging out with me. Sorry about the video quality there for a minute. I had to fix the background a little bit. So anyways, forgive me. I appreciate you. Subscribe if you like the content and the vibes. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.